Hi everyone, Patrick Menninga here, spiritualriver.com. I want to talk to you today about the holistic approach to recovery from drug and alcohol addiction. Now, a lot of people believe that the solution in recovery is spiritual, and if you go to traditional meetings that help people recover from alcoholism and drug addiction, they always talk about how the solution is spiritual. And what I want to propose to you today is the idea that the solution is not necessarily spiritual, but that the solution is holistic, that just means the solution is bigger than spirituality. The holistic solution means that you need to learn how to take care of yourself and how to change your life in a number of different ways. Holistic just means whole, as in we're treating the whole person, rather than just the spiritual part of that person. So spirituality is one facet of recovery, but it's not the only one. You also have other things like your physical health, your emotional stability, your mental well-being, all of these things, and your social connections, whether you're hanging out with the right crowd, if you've got positive people in your life. So there's social health, there's mental health, there's emotional health, there's physical health, and then there's spirituality. So to say that the solution is spiritual is a bit simplistic, and I think it can be a problem because you might miss out on a whole bunch of personal growth in these other areas of your life. For example, there was a period in my own recovery where I started exercising, and I started exercising on a daily basis, and it just sort of took off for me, and it transformed my whole world. It helped me in so many different ways that I never could have predicted when I wasn't exercising. And so I sort of caught that bug, if you will, and I started getting into that physical health piece of recovery, and it made a huge impact on my life. It changed so many things for me, and it led to better emotional stability. It started enhancing those other areas of my life in ways that I never could have predicted. So the holistic approach, it's not always clear how or why it will help a person specifically. What's important is that you, at times in your recovery, take a step back, look at your whole life and say, okay, where am I not making personal growth? Where am I not pushing myself to become a better person or to become a healthier person? Am I slacking off emotionally? Am I slacking off in the relationships in my life? Am I neglecting the relationships in my life? Am I neglecting the people who really care about me? Am I reaching out to others to try to help them? All these different things can lead to this holistic health piece. And what's really important is if you're seriously neglecting one area of your life, then that can lead to trouble in the future. That can lead to relapse. That can lead to a situation where you become so miserable or so upset, or your life becomes so out of balance that relapse becomes a real possibility. So when we talk about the holistic approach, what I want you to keep in mind is that it's not always very specific. It's not always do these exact things and you'll be able to recover. It's more about long-term health, long-term wellness and recovery, and sort of building up this life in all these different areas, and they start to enhance each other. And you can't necessarily predict that, and you can't necessarily outline it perfectly for people and make them understand it. You have to experience it for yourself. So with that, I would encourage you to seek out holistic health. Look at the different areas of your life and ask yourself, how can I be healthier today physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and socially? And start pushing yourself to make personal growth in all those different areas.